Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's Nikisha Bond, and we're still going through the 48 Laws of Powers, according to Nikisha Bond. We're going to get my opinion on a lot of these things, which sometimes I don't even be paying attention, but nonetheless, let's get on to law number 6, court attention at all costs. Everything is judged by its appearance. What is unseen counts for nothing. Never let yourself get lost in the crowd or buried into oblivion. Stand out. Be conspicuous at all costs. Make yourself a magnet of attention by appearing larger, more colorful, more mysterious than the bland, timid masses. So you want to stand out. You want to get some attention. You don't want to just be like everybody else. So let's talk about some keys to power. So, burning more brightly than those around you is a skill that no one is born with. You have to learn to attract attention. This is so true. So, story time again about David. I have so many stories about him. But anyways, so he met this guy when he was doing some other kind of business, and the guy was basically saying like he was doing like a weight loss business, and at the time David needed to lose a few pounds, and that guy didn't have a problem letting him know that. He said, I would never buy weight loss supplements from you because you look like that. And then he also said something like, he's like, I always wear my brand. So, I'm never out, without showing off my brand, because why would I pay to wear somebody else's brand? I'm going to wear my own brand. So both of those things stuck with David. So one, he lost the weight, right? Looking good. And number two, he started wearing his logo. And so a few years ago, he came up with this incredible design, this right here, right? So look at that. Now this is getting attention, right? So he wears this all the time. And I can always tell whenever I'm wearing this, if I ever go to a place that he's been, because people will look at me and be like, I feel like I've seen her, or at least that jacket before. So you have to learn to attract attention. So wear your brand. Let people see who you are. Go out there. I agree with that law. Let's keep going. To avoid being a flash in the pan and having your notoriety eclipsed by another, you must not discriminate between different types of attention. In the end, every kind will work in your favor. Okay, so I went back and forth on this one, right? But then I was listening to this story, right? So let me give you an abridged version. So there was this guy who went over to the Dominican Republic, and from what we saw, he just didn't have enough money to get home. So he's asking his subscribers for money. So it's like kind of embarrassing, right? So then subsequently, he's gone on all these different platforms and kind of talked about it was a social experiment, and because of that, now he's famous because his thing has gone viral on all these different platforms, right? And so when he was going back and forth with the host, like I was toggling back and forth too, because he was like, on one hand, he's like, I wouldn't have gotten all of this attention and all of these opportunities to be on all of these different platforms if it hadn't been for that clip. But then on the other hand, that clip kind of made him look embarrassed, or other people felt embarrassed for him. And he's like, well, I can't really think about that because the good outweighs the bad. And then the host was like, well, the good outweighs the bad for you, but what about the group? So, what do you do? Because he makes a good point. Like his family's going to be forever changed. Going viral can completely change your life, right? But at the same time, going viral for having to beg online, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? I'd love to hear your comments. Leave those in the chat below. Okay, let's look at another one. Society craves larger than life figures, people who stand above general mediocrity. Never be afraid then of the qualities that set you apart and draw attention to you. Court controversy, even scandal. It is better to be attacked and even slandered than ignored. Yes, my theory is that like, I guess I want to be okay with who I am at the end of the day. So I don't really want to do things just to be known because I did things. I don't know. I want to be known for doing things that I like to do or that I'm really good at, not necessarily just to get attention. So I want to say that not all attention is good attention, but maybe all attention is good attention. I guess it depends on how you can convert it. If you can convert the attention, then I guess all attention would be good attention. But you know what? I think that one of the things that I always think is great is to try to strive to be the person that you look up to. When you see those people in life that are these larger than life personalities who are doing these amazing things and they've inspired you, try to be that person. That's the good advice that I can give on that one. Let's go to the next one. So there's power in being mysterious. It invites layers of interpretation and excites the imagination, seduces us into believing that it conceals something marvelous. Like the Wizard of Oz, it's just a dude behind the curtain, but wow, with all those pyrotechnics, wow, he looked amazing, didn't he? And then most people are upfront. They can be read like an open book. Take little care to control their words or image, and they are hopelessly predictable. By simply holding back, keeping silent, occasionally uttering ambiguous phrases, deliberately appearing inconsistent and acting odd in subtle ways, you will emanate an aura of mystery. say less, right? Say less. Sometimes I think just saying less. If you don't say everything that's on your mind, sometimes you will hear things in the conversation so that when it's time to say something, it can be really profound and right on point because it shows that you are being an active listener. And it also makes you look mysterious because, people are trying to figure you out and you're trying to figure them out because you're being quiet and you're listening. And so people love to talk about themselves. So let them just talk and talk and talk. And, then you'll appear mysterious because they're like, I had such a great conversation, but I don't think I learned anything about that person. Now I'm interested. I want to go back and find out who they are. As mysterious people put others in a kind of inferior position that they try to figure them out. See, that's exactly what I was saying, is that when you're not saying anything, now you're forcing me to kind of lean into you. It's like when people whisper, because if I start whispering, you have to lean into me to hear what I'm saying, right? Because I'm drawing you into me. Very interesting. I love it. 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 Okay, let's talk about the reversal. Okay, so there are times when the need for attention must be deferred, and when scandal and notoriety are the last thing you want to create. There is an art to knowing when to draw notice and when to withdraw. 100%. There are times where you just need to be quiet, don't say anything, just listen, don't try to get all of the attention, because then when you say something, it can be more powerful. Sometimes people just come in like a firecracker and it's like boom, and then it's, fades out and it's all done. You want to be like a fire that just like is slowly simmering and then it's kind of going up and it's roaring and, getting bigger and bigger. I don't know if that has anything to do with the reversal, but that's just what kind of kept to my mind. Here's what I will say about the guy who got stuck in the DR. One of the things I'm very impressed about him is his positive attitude. Yes, you could say that a lot of what happened was very unfortunate, but the fact that he is looking at it as all of these amazing opportunities, I think that's really all you have is how are you going to react to it? So if you get the attention, whether it's good or bad, how are you going to react to it? Are you going to take lemons and turn them into lemonade, or are you just going to complain about the lemons? It's up to you. So get your attention and drop a like, and I will see you next time because I am consistent.